All right, chaps, I think this is you. Mind the doors.
Wait, it can't be it.
This doesn't look like there's very much happening.
Are you sure this is the spot? I mean, we're going to a very, very established party tonight.
That's just real clean.
Well, I think that's Kheen's whole thing, though, isn't it? It's probably just inside. These rich people, they like to hide their fancy stuff inside boring-looking buildings like this.
Why would you do it in a boring building if you came from a boring building and then you pretend to have fun in the boring buildings?
It's probably really fancy on the inside.
If I got something nice, I'm putting it in the front yard.
Wes, I think that might be the difference between us and Kheen.
What's the difference between us and Kheen, Boris?
Well, Kheen doesn't feel the need to show off, does he? Unlike me, I always feel like I have to be focusing on how I look and thinking about it. You look all right, Cleo, yes?
Well, I mean, every day, a good meal's worth wearing, if you know what I mean.
I do worry a lot about what others think, you know.
Well, it ain't bragging if you can back it up is the thing, Boris.
Yes, and Boris, that hair is mightily slicked back. I feel like you've turned your head into the butter knife. You could cut through steel with that haircut.
Yes, and keep it off me if you wouldn't mind. You feel sticky.
I like it.
It's very hard to wash it off my hands after I've done.
Oh, look, around the corner here, there's people lined up and things.
All right, okay, assume party pose. We're going to go into this and we are going to blow some heads.
Boris is ready to party.
Hello and welcome, everybody. We're here. We're back. We're back and we're here.
We've got hairy backs.
It's very hairy. It's another
I'm so embarrassed
thrilling
about
installation of the podcast, collectively assumed to be the Backwater Bastards in space.
Wait, where?
In space.
I guess.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
In space.
There we
How
go.
are you guys
Thankfully.
doing?
Oh, I was waiting for Taylor to say it. I was going to jump through
realize
this
that we
camera
couldn't
and
start.
attack Taylor.
Until I did it.
I need to hear that in space in the high pitch.
That's the only way we know it's ready.
Space.
It's ready to go. It's wrapped.
baked.
It's done. It's there.
Ship it. We're done. Good
Ship
night,
it.
everyone.
See you later, bastard.
Anyway, I'm your Dungeon Master Dick. With me today is Daniel Matthews, a.k.a. Honey Boy Riding Jellyfish Psychic Supreme, Dr. Z.
Oh, yes, you know it. And I'm looking fly in my keen gears, and I'm going to wow, amaze, and shock and stun everyone in this party. I'm going to win all of the little prizes and collect all of those little cocktail umbrellas that you find in drinks, because
Oh, boy.
those are brilliant.
And then there, just on the other side, it is Taylor, a.k.a. clocking in at 421 pounds,
Wow.
7
That's
feet
it?
of pure furry muscle, encased in armor and carrying a whole bunch of improvised explosive devices. It is Cleo.
Oh.
Hi, everyone. As you can probably imagine, I just finished an emotional experience, and so I'm in the place that I definitely need to be, which is a bar. Let's do it.
Shut.
Let's do shots.
In my body. So let's do
Yes.
this
So
therapy.
yeah,
Let's do
okay,
it.
I mean, it's almost a bastard tradition that we have a bunch of like hardcore fighting and pew-pewing in space, and then there's always a bit of a downtime episode. Maybe we go shopping, maybe we go get some food, maybe we go get some drinks, maybe we do a combination of all of the above at the party. Because you remember Kheen invited the bastards to a party tonight, the same night that the last few episodes have taken place in. This is all in one day.
It's been a
Yeah.
busy day.
It's kind of been it's been a rough day. This is the aftercare episode.
Just a few hours before
You
dawn.
panthin.
Can I get that ice pack?
Can I get that ice pack, please? It's stinging.
So after the bastards sort of dealt with Well, I mean, blowing up a suborbital station and
No big deal.
and
it's no big deal.
like meeting up with Margot and Cleo having a real sort of moment of realization about sort of who she was and what she'd left, and not quite being able to articulate anything to Margot. So they've gone their separate ways for now. I mean, you still have some means of communication. You've left Margot with the ship's call sign, so she can reach you. But
I guess.
once all sort of all the dust had settled, you realise that you actually had some messages in your inboxes from Kheen.
Well, let's open
The
them.
Magnificent Kheen
Oh my god. Oh my god.
had arranged for transport from anywhere you'd like in mid-space to get you to the party that his friends were throwing. And Trevor, he's been doing a lot of flying lately. He really wants to be able to drink this time as well. So
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
you guys, you worked out a way that you could get yourselves up in the Grey Dragon and get Reese just hang out nearby the cliffside back at home, so you guys could get picked up by this car and driven all the way to Kheen's party. And so you did. You got in, you had some conversations. You're all obviously dressed up in your finest Kheen wear.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Trevor has accented his by putting his Zarg cloak over the top.
Oh, that's fancy. You know when you're wearing that sportswear and then there's that bear skin on top of it? Like, oh, it's
And
nice.
Boris has obviously got his unzipped, but he has slicked back his hair in a very, using a very large amount of some sort of grease. He's looking very slick and
Do you
shiny.
remember Dax Wax?
I mean, it's definitely in line with that. Something very waxy and sticky about
Dax Wax was, that was the thing.
it. You just mat your hair into a
it was
clump.
bad. And it definitely, like Boris said, it never comes out of your hands.
That's exactly what Boris has done, yeah.
That's how you get that cool 90s look.
And there was actually like a miniaturized bar in this little vehicle. It's not quite a limo, but it's what mid-space has to offer along those lines.
Oh.
And it's a nice little car. It fits the four of you in there, facing one another. And it's got this little mini bar thing.
As a poor person, I'm very excited about how cool this sounds.
yeah,
it's
I'm
not-
enjoying this.
Again, not a very well-stocked bar, just like one bottle of booze and some glasses. But you guys,
Someone else's glasses, though, they're doing the dishes.
Listen,
Exactly.
you know what my like version of that is? It's like getting into somebody's nasty car and there's like a 14-year-old Sprite under the seat.
Mm,
And I'm like, hey.
yeah. Slow
We
down
are-
the red carpet treatment.
I mean, that's probably the same for Cleo as well. So
Refreshments.
this is pretty fancy for you all. But regardless, yeah. So by the time you arrive, you're all like, you've got a little bit of a buzz on, a little bit warmed up, as you loudly make your way out and around the corner till you find there's this alleyway. So where you've been dropped off is just a pretty desolate looking dark street. There's just like a great big, steely building covered in graffiti, much like a lot of mid-space. But when you come around the corner, there is this dimly lit entryway, a big, burly alien dressed all in black, obviously bouncer with a list, letting people in and then closing up the little purple velvet chain that stops the riffraff getting in. There's a lot of people outside lined up, insisting that they've been invited, who don't seem to be cutting the mustard. But the four of you are just waved straight in. Obviously, Kheen
Yes.
Unreal.
has given security not just your names, but your appearances.
Well, we're celebrities.
So you're waved in, and you immediately come in, and it's a big, dark hallway with stairs going up. And you can hear up above, echoing down the stairwell. So as you make your way up the stairs, the music gets louder and louder. And eventually, you get up to a point where you come through a door, and suddenly there are just people in the hallway, in the corridors of this. It seems like it's just like a block of flats of some description. There's people milling about in these hallways, lots of people with drinks in hand. Everyone is dressed ludicrously. There's a lot of bright colors, a lot of flamboyant features, things like feather boas or really big, ridiculous glasses, all sorts of things like that. But there's also a lot of people with plasticky space age tactical gear, much like yourselves.
Heck yes.
You come through a door and you eventually reach a point where people are milling about the most, and there is a door where there's all the light is just coming out of this moving, multicolored light coming out of this door, which clearly must be the main room where this party is happening.
Right, now, Boris.
Yes, Doctor.
Well, that haircut is cutting. And I think if we have you positioned at the front there, yes, you take kind of that pose.
Okay.
And then maybe Trevor. Trevor, you could go in after.
Okay, but please stop. Don't lean back so far. Why are you walking like that?
That haircut is very heavy, Trevor.
It's also very sticky.
That's how you know it's good.
I'm sorry, Trevor. Just let me know if I get too close to you.
That's what I am doing. You're already too close to me.
Trevor, come on. We all need to work together now.
We're a team.
All right, clear. Now we've got a barrier between Boris's haircut and ourselves.
We're a family. We're a family. We're here to party together like a family.
Cleo, you've been really down lately. All right, we're here to get drinks, 10 tops.
Yep.
And
Woo! Suited, booted, and electrocuted.
right, all right.
Yeah,
well,
I guess.
Cleo, we shall come in finally after Boris and Trevor have broken the ice.
All right. Like, do you want, like, how the, like, do you wanna like hold hands, or do you wanna, like, do we need?
Cleo, I don't think we need to hold hands. I think it's going to be perfectly okay to just be, standing next to each other and.
Yeah.
And so, in this assigned configuration, you wander your way into the party, and
It's the flying
suddenly,
ducks.
you're blinded immediately, and like the sound, like suddenly the music, you're hearing the full throbbing volume of the music. There's lights, like there's moving laser show lights. This whole thing, like it's lit fairly well. It's not like dim like a nightclub. Like there's a bit of light going on, but once you step in, you realize you're in a fantastic apartment. The whole thing has been sort of stripped out. This big open plan thing. The wall, you're on a corner, and both walls looking out over the city, totally glass.
Whoa.
All the way around. Not a single pillar, not even on the corner.
Wow. I like
And
it.
it's big high ceilings. There is booth in one corner where there's a DJ playing the music. There's a few people dancing around there, but for the most part, people are milling about. There's lots of little corners in the furniture. There's very strange modern furniture everywhere that people are like lounging on. Big sofa areas. There's a kitchen area off in the far corner that's really well lit, and you can see there's some action going on there, like maybe even a chef preparing stuff to order or something. There are wait staff walking around everywhere, all of them holding platters just laden with drink. These the wait staff all as well, you've not seen a lot of them, but they're all male monarch wraiths. A very like rare breed, generally speaking, but they are big, they're quite muscle bound. They've all got 4 to 6 arms, which means they can carry a few of these plates. And they're all wearing just little bow ties and not much else. Little pairs of little shorts and little bow ties.
This is fashion.
Cleo has never seen anything that good before. They can hold how many plates?
I mean, 4 to 6, depending on the
race. Bring me one of each. You know what I'm saying?
Because wraiths, they're quite a varied species, but like the monarchs, especially the queen monarchs, they tend to be like on the tall insectoid, like big, long, scary, bladed limbs kind of side. Whereas the men are much more. To call them soft and squishy would be completely wrong, because they are like kind of Adonis-like figures in a alien insectoid kind of way.
But like less blades.
Less blades,
cool.
More muscles.
As I like how you see the engineers from the Alien Covenant movie. The engineers look so soft and David-like in appearance with the marble skin, but they're actually still like moving hulks of muscle.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Like they are these perfect, pristine things. Like they look like they've never done any real work in their lives. They've They've come to mid-space. They've escaped from like some princess's harem, and like they've become waiters.
Taylor's face at that thought of having a harem. Taylor was like,
I was like, let's go to this party.
They've come to mid-space, and that's
they have come to.
They can get all sorts of jobs like this, because the fancy people like love the idea of flexing that way. Like, hey, we got Wraith Monarchs serving drinks.
Oh my god, space is it, people.
In the middle of all this, you see Kheen standing there, beaming, wearing like a jacket, and this jacket is kind of a bit ridiculous. It's red and plasticky. It has a really high collar, like something you'd see on Dracula almost.
Oh,
and then sort of reaches to the floor and has like a mottled, almost snakeskin-like texture to it.
Does it reach to the window?
Or to the wall?
To the window?
Yes, Taylor. The sweat drips off my balls.
All these Wraith Monarchs crawl.
Yes.
My goodness.
I love it, Taylor.
Well,
we're in sync. It's going to be a good episode.
We are here to party. Dick is like, this is definitely not it. This is
Dick's
not
like,
happening. This
oh,
is
why
not-
do I have to do this?
Why did I set it in this?
I created this beautiful tableau, and here they come to pee in it.
Sitting down.
Cleo, Z, Trevor, Boris, over here. My friends, welcome. I trust you've been having a good time in mid-space thus far.
Everyone maintain pose. Cannot let it down now.
Watch out, you're crashing into me, Trevor. I know, and it's horrible.
Boris, you're stuck to me.
Boris, I think you're sticking on yourself. Just-
Why did you slow down so much so quickly? It's very interesting. There's a lot of things to look at, okay?
Let's just go for it now. And ta-da!
A few people look over, look down their noses at you, and then think about it for a second, then look away, back to their conversations. You don't create that much of a stir as you enter, but Kheen still looking very happy and beckoning for you to come.
Whatever, they'll find out.
They'll figure it out later when we do it again.
They will be interrupted in due
They will be
course.
entertained.
They will. They shouldn't have invited us here to a building that's glass with no pillars, is all I'm saying.
You cave in the entire corner.
As Dick described that, I was like, cool, well, now I can see the physics for how it's going to go down.
Don't worry, it's space glass.
Boris is going to go get his hair stuck on the glass somewhere and like leave a mark on the glass that will
It's
never
like
come
when
off.
you watch a heist movie and they do that like suction cup to a glass wall and they cut it.
It's just Boris's hands with the fucking hair product on them.
Cleo's gonna pop the ghost axe to cut him off.
Yeah. Oh, bubblegum in the hair is a bad time.
It is though.
Kheen, we have arrived.
Yes, Z. Oh,
I'm pleased to see you're wearing my wares. I was hoping you would.
Yes, ignore the scratches, please, Kheen. It's seen a little bit of use already, but I must say it performed very well. My jelly body is, still jelly.
Oh, you people don't waste any time, do you? Oh, magnificent. Oh, look at that real combat damage. Get a little picture of that. Yes. We want to see how well it holds up, but we also we want to see the gritties. We want to see the real
Yes,
Kheen.
should I pull out my energy blades? Should I show how I was
yes,
doing
please,
it?
Z.
Yes,
Please
I was like bang. Yes, and I used my other hand at the same time, and I did a hacking thing, and I.
So you can see there, as well as these waiters rocking around, there are photographers, but the photographers, they are much more discreet. They're almost like little ninjas. And they seem to be, for the most part, either humans or darks, just dressed in very, very plain black formal wear, buttoned all the way up, all in control of just a little orb device that pop into the air and like take photos and then snatch out of the air and review their work. So a Darks does come out of a shadowy corner and like take some photos and get some close-ups of the battle damage and then vanish away again back into the party.
So Dr. Z seeing a camera in the sky and liking the attention. Before I quickly drag in Taylor and Cleo to talk about more of our combat prowess in the moment, I'm going to do a telepathy roll to try and kind of get a bit more attention on us and a bit more kind of awe, hopefully.
All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
All eyes on me. 20.
Oh,
20.
Not a natural, but it is a 20. Oh, it's a 15 plus 5, yeah.
We'll take
So
it.
Dr. Z, just reaching out. I imagine this is more of a suggestion than an attack. Yeah, this is
I is
like
feeling myself, and I'm just about to say about how Cleo and I formed Zio, and what a magnificent pose we struck in the heart of danger.
Yeah.
that little thought goes out. And like some of these people, telekinetic defenses, strong-minded, some of these people are not going to fall for such a simple trick, but a lot of people are going to take notice. And definitely anyone that's not ready for the attack or of the sort of the weaker-minded disposition is just going to be not even understand what's happened. They're just going to be really interested in you. So Z is still flexing and like showing off his battle damage to Kheen, who is literally clapping his hands. Meanwhile, Trevor has been standing on the peripheries looking about, like trying to get the attention of one of the waiters. Like, what have I got to do to get a drink around? And at this point that Z's thought goes out, and the waiters are the first to descend upon you. As like Trevor's like, oh, suddenly 5 of these Wraith Monarchs holding drinks come straight towards him. Oh, well, yes, and rightly so. And he sort of snatches a drink off one of the plates and starts drinking, and then sort of looking left and right, grabbing another drink as they go past back towards the rest of you.
It was at that moment that we formed Zio, and when we did such, there were probably 24 other officers that stormed our location. Isn't that right, Cleo?
Yeah, a whole 2 dozen, like 8 or
Yes, exactly. 28 came at us from every direction, and I used my energy blades, and Cleo swung around her axe with almighty ferocity.
Yeah, and I got down like this. Like, hold on, let me see how when I crouch and like it get real close to the floor. And it breathes too, and like ain't nothing come out of the cracks. All my bits are in there, protected, not even trapped.
Not one bit was harmed, and then finally, at the crux of all of the carnage that we were causing in every direction, we had Trevor and Boris come in to swoop and save us with an energy blade that sliced through the entire station.
Yeah, they cut it in half like a can of, whatever that is that comes in cans.
Wow, it was actually very simple. I just
he canned it.
Yes.
very simple. I just had to ascertain their position within a stationary station. I had to actually find where they were without killing them, which was actually very easy.
Yes,
to do.
well, me and Trevor did do some stuff, but it was Boris's blade came through, just cut everything, and
Patent pending.
Well, no, it really ain't. His eyes are lined with ham.
As Z tells the climax of the story, you realize that now you have sort of like scooching around you, and there now is like a good number of people paying attention, so nodding, like, oh yes, oh wow. And Kheen couldn't be happier. All this attention upon his wares. At this point, so Kheen looks over his shoulder.
Oh, Randy, over here, please come meet my friends. Come with me, you guys. No, just the core little group here. This wonderful apartment and this wonderful party are all thrown by my good friend Randy. Randolph Rand, you know.
Oh, yes, well, we don't, but,
a real mover and shaker in these parts, you know. He owns many of the buildings in mid-space. He's one of the few competing parties against Princess Zuzu.
Well, I guess we are friends, whether you want to be or not.
And as the guest heart, and as you look towards the kitchen where Randolph Rand is holding court, Randy turns around. You see that Randy is a wraith. Not a wraith monarch, but a very tall, slender wraith.
Oh.
Okay. Dressed up not in warlike garments, but in fine, soft clothing. A ruffled Victorian kind of vibe going on, punctuated by a pair of just oversized glasses.
Oh, yes, there we go. That's what we needed.
Slowly turning and then focusing his attention on your group and nodding down at Kheen as Kheen trots along with you guys in tow. Oh my god, Kheen! You've always bring the most interesting people. I'm really glad that you're set up here for full time now. We're going to have a lot of fun. Kheen's friends, hello.
I love that, Dickie. Very nice. It's always nice to hear a new voice.
Kheen's friends, hello.
Hi, well, that just deals my pickle, and hi, we're Kheen's friends. That's...
Oh my god, but no, you're not just Kheen's friends, are you? No, you stand on your own. What was the furry one? Oh, you're a big fellow, aren't you?
Well, heck damn it, I try. I mean... I hope this ain't it for me. I'm trying to get bigger every day, if you know what I mean, and I just... Yeah.
Yes, eating for two.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't we all? Oh, and we have here, you're not even a biped. Oh, gosh, we do have a few, and some... over there, there's I think his name is Laxon. Yes,
yes, well...
Sort of a worm type thing he is.
Yes, well, I not really here to make friends, I'm sorry, with Laxon.
Oh.
You know, it's,
Oh my god, well, no, none of us are, no.
Clap.
Randy is an asshole.
Okay.
Where have I gone with him?
He's definitely, like, spilling the tea.
Yeah.
I liked that, though. None of us are.
Yeah.
Oh, and yes, and we've got some fancy little human boys here as well. Yes, hello. Hi.
Hello, I'm Boris.
Yes, you are.
yes, he is.
Oh, yes. And he's so shiny tonight.
Well, magnificent. You rascal Kheen, they're wearing you, aren't they? Oh, Don't think I can't spot it.
Oh, yes, of course.
I thought you might like to peruse the wares before you make your orders, you know? I can make all sorts of things along these lines. Not in this particular color scheme, I'm afraid. This is reserved specifically for this unit.
Yes, and also the scratches and damage, that is also evidence of how collectible we have become.
Oh, yes. Well, I am constantly working on my collection. It's giving a little sort of tickle on the honey boy.
You collect.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, look around you, Z. Everything here is my collection.
Right, so where's the authentic labels, the original packaging, and why is nothing in glass cases? I would never keep everything open to the elements, and also have everyone touch everything. It's quite, well, it's not safe for the collection.
Oh, if I didn't touch my collection, then there wouldn't be much point in having it, would there?
There would be every point in having it. I think you don't understand how to collect things.
Z.
Yes, Cleo, I don't understand. Why is he telling me he's a
I think he means us.
What do you mean? Means us? You can't collect us.
He's collecting us.
We're what? Cleo?
Right now.
There's no way that he is collecting us.
It's too late.
Cleo, you have been really moody. I don't know what happened back there.
I'm telling the truth. That's how I seen it.
I think we need to get you a plate of food and a few alcoholic drinks. I could go for a sauce packet or two myself, and maybe a 10-top.
I ain't even seen any food since we got here. I ain't seen
Oh my
no
god,
food.
Food! I'm absolutely famished. You should all follow me into the kitchen. I've got it all installed just last week. It's fantastic. Come in. Kheen, I'll fetch you a little stool. Don't worry, you'll be able to reach. It's all right. Come up here. And Randy leads you all, completely vapidly ignoring anything you had to say back to him. It's very evident. He's not actually paid attention to your responses. He doesn't recognize that Cleo's frightened of being collected or anything along those lines. He's just holding court at his party. As he leads you all into the kitchen. The kitchen is lit more, and as you get in there, you realize that there is a chef, and it's a very Terran-looking chef. A stern, mustachioed human, wearing all white with a little white cap, holding a big cleaver, and performing what looks almost like a dance of chopping, where they're just tossing tentacles and chopping things up and then flicking them into a fry pan. And there's a bit of a show going on, and people are sitting back and politely clapping and eating little plates of fried tidbits.
Uh-oh. Little plates.
Very small plates. Very small plates.
Cleo, what?
See?
Sorry, excuse me. Randy? Was it Randolph?
Yes, just all my friends call me Randy, but Randolph is fine.
I love that.
Right, Randolph. So where is the food being served? I mean, these plates surely are for the sauce?
Oh, no, you don't need any sauce with it. You understand, these are very specially selected and prepared. It's, well, just try a slice. I only hire the best, and my chef, he is amazing.
See, there ain't no sauce.
Sorry, Randy. Did you say there was no sauce?
Oh, no, can't stand the stuff.
Right. Cleo, what are we going to... Should we just order in?
I mean, what is that?
Yes.
What are they eating off of?
I'll tell you what, though, help yourself to the cupboards. Help yourself. I'm sure there's some things in there. I do have the lady of the house does stock things in every now and then.
What is that?
I don't know what this is.
What are they eating off of?
Boris, you go over there and figure out what all of this is.
Oh, I think I know about this, actually. It's a Terran thing, I don't know, they prepare the foods and then, well, that's what any restaurant does, though. What is the difference? Excuse me. I kind of know what you're doing, but I just don't really understand what the point is. oh gosh. 3 then, I suppose. 4? That's, okay.
So, Boris doesn't get an answer, but he does get 4 of these tiny little plates as he wanders back, awkwardly carrying them in his arms.
Would you like some?
Maybe after you, Boris.
What is that?
Oh.
So Boris gets down with his tongue out, reaching down with his tongue and scoops up one of the little slices into his mouth, starts chewing and thoughtfully looking up to one side.
It's very good.
See?
Is it not dry without any sauce? Yes, Cleo.
I ain't never seen a plate that small.
It's very wet. I don't know how he does it. It's very wet.
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna try. Hold on. It's just not enough.
Cleo licks up this tiny little slice of tentacle. And it is, like, you can tell, like, this is, you get the impression that the whole thing is that this is a very, like, a moist, fatty tentacle that it doesn't really need a whole lot of work. It's like it's just been seasoned with a bit of salt. It's been fried on both sides and then put on a plate.
How is it, Cleo?
This is as
Tastes good,
much
but it's
use
gone.
as tits on the moon.
It's gone before you can even think about it.
I don't even know what it tasted like.
Yes, all right. We'll be sure to order takeaways.
I almost ate this board that it came on by accident. I don't know how I'm gonna make it.
I know, I just mentioned to Kheen, being like,
Kheen, is it possible to order some sauce from somewhere or some...
Oh, I'm sure you can, Dr. Z. I mean, people are ordering all sorts. I mean, you've seen out in the corridors, there's an absolute mad show out there. Anything you want to get into the building, I'm sure you can make it work. People will be ordering much worse, I'm sure.
Worse than sauce.
What?
This is truly an odd evening.
What do you mean worse?
We're in mid-space, my dear. Anything goes, I think. Illicit substances, illicit dealings and doings. What a wonderful place.
See?
Yes, Cleo.
See?
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to be rude, but this ain't tentacle. What he's doing. It ain't tentacle.
No.
That's all right.
No.
I can't. You can't expect. That's one.
No.
That's like looks like Harry.
I think
Harry don't
what's
know about
happened
tentacle
is-
either.
Yes, I
It's
think
alright.
what's happened is they've seen a tentacle, much like stews, or from any good, upstanding street vendor,
Yeah,
and they've thought, I'll have a go at that. But really, you can't just have a go at opening a restaurant, can you? You have to know a lot more about food production and service before you just jump into it. And I think this is a good attempt, but just looking at it, I can tell that they've lost the essence of what a fried tentacle should be.
I mean, the porch light is on, but no one is home.
No one is home.
Yeah, but you know what? It's all right because
Look, they tried. They gave it a go, and I am happy for them. I think.
well, it ain't
I'll
even
give
about
them
that.
No, what is it about then, Cleo?
We don't got to do anything. Kheen say it's already here.
What's here?
Everybody been ordering all night. It's out there,
There's already takeout in the building.
and I think we should try it all.
Let's go try someone else's takeout.
Well, maybe you should just follow your nose then, Cleo. I must say, this does taste very good, but I hate to imagine how much they spent on it. What a waste.
Yeah, we ain't spending shit tonight. Everything in this building's for free. We're taking it.
Oh, God, yes, of course. Take what you like.
Oh no, they heard
Kheen,
that.
would you come with me? I'd actually,
That was a private
do have-
conversation.
do have an order. Do have an order I'd quite like to make. And yes, and it's sort of pointing to one of the waiters. Like, yes, your friend, the new one. Could you just send him to my rooms? Just send him there now. Tell him he has to wait a little while. Thank you. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you, Z, Cleo. Do look me up. I'll be around. Ciao.
Randy.
Yes.
What are you ordering?
What are we ordering?
Yes, what are you ordering?
What are you ordering?
You ordering something special, Randy?
What do you get? Is collectible?
Just the usual.
Well, what's the usual? For us, the usual involves several different sauces all mixed in together. It's called the everything.
Yeah, it is. And not everybody can
Oh, well,
finish
yes.
it.
No, I've definitely got some of that.
I'll bet you got the tentacle in there too, don't you?
Hang on. Reaching into an inner pocket and pulling out just like this tiny little vial that seems to be filled with a golden liquid. Now, just go easy on it, okay? And he thrusts it into your hands before vanishing off into the party.
oh no.
Who grabbed it?
You got it, Cleo.
I mean, Randy's idea of the everything is a little different to yours.
See,
Yes, Cleo.
Trevor, come here.
Oh wow, what
The hell kind of
do you
credit
reckon
is
in that?
this?
That's not a credit, Cleo.
Oh, it's that sauce.
See, he heard you talking about the sauce, and now he got you some.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Now we've been provided with sauce. Now
That's
we can
not
give
very
this food
much.
a go.
It's not very
No,
much.
be very sparing.
Can
Let's
you
have a little
believe
bit
that
each.
he said we can only have a little bit of this sauce? What? How good can it be?
Look, I'm not entirely sure that is sauce. Oh,
Shut up, Trevor. You ain't never eaten sauce before. You don't know. You ain't seen sauce till till we showed
Trevor,
it to you.
until we came along and met you, you'd never seen sauce in your life.
Trevor, you don't even know what sauce is. I'm gonna jerk you bald. Whoa.
Hey, look, I found some things.
I just smashed two together and they did not work.
Keeping it.
I found some things in the cupboards. I could put sauce on one of these.
And Boris has come
Boris, what do you got?
laden his arms with like big plastic bags of snack foods he's ripping into.
Hold on, let me smell them.
It's basically chips.
All right,
Well, look, it looks a mighty lot better than that sad excuse for a tentacle over
we can
there.
fix this. It ain't as bad as it looks. Give me that sauce. Cleo's
Hand
gonna
it over.
pop open that little bottle, and I'm gonna sprinkle it all over the chips.
All right.
All right. We all partake, I guess.
We do.
So, I mean, the two of you have no idea what you're doing. Boris, even less of an idea what he's doing. Trevor knows exactly what you're doing in his game.
Trevor forever!
Trevor forever.
The hero has landed.
Yeah.
This
He's
is
doing a
that
hero
moment
goes
in every
today.
movie where like the music turns up and everything gets real disco.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so damn excited. I'm gonna pee.
So I'm just thinking like on the kitchen bench here, like this sort of chef like looking down his nose at you for like just getting on with it as you've like opened up all these different flavors of crisps and chips of some description, emptied them out onto the bench, just sprinkled them with what can only be expected to be incredibly expensive Class A narcotics.
Oh my god.
And
Cleo, I can't believe you managed to find a packet of shrimp. Oh, the shrimp
Damn.
flavored is the best flavored.
Hot shrimp now, and these,
Hot shrimp.
and these ones. I mean, you just drop one in, and it just
Okay, well,
dissolves.
did you see where you've got the sauce? You might want to like just make sure we all get some.
Well, I mean, I just sprinkled it.
Yeah, just a. But yes. Yes, I'm gonna go for
I'm feeling hot though. Shit,
This is hot shrimp.
this is the
I think
spiciest
that-
shrimp I ever had. Wow.
They're very nice, like Cleo. I'm not sure about the sauce, but
That's a weird sauce.
Oh, maybe try a little bit more, Boris, because I'm also a bit confused, and I'm going to try another one with the sauce, because I didn't get the flavor. I got the shrimp, though.
See, you
I
drop
got the
it in, you
shrimp.
drop it in, you drop it in.
I'm dropping it in.
just-
I'm dropping.
And look.
Yes?
It's gone.
It's gone. It dissolves very quickly, that sauce. That is very fine. It's like a mousse.
Dang. Whoa.
oh,
Boy, that's...
well, I guess the party's on then.
Every time I taste one, I can
What do
hear
you
it.
mean, Trevor, the party's on? The party's been on since we arrived. What are
What are you talking about, Trevor?
you
Shit.
talking about, Trevor?
Hell.
Right, I'm going to need an endurance roll from all of you. Well, shit. So I've rolled for Trevor and Boris. Trevor's got a 9. Boris has got a 7.
Oh shit! I rolled a 0.
Just like real life. Just like real life.
Yeah.
Hey, I rolled a 14.
He's doing good.
Okay.
So of the four of you, Cleo is really the only one that over the course of the night is going to maintain control of her faculties.
as usual, somebody's got to drive this ship.
What have I got to do? I've rolled a 0.
Death saving throws starting now.
And this thing comes on pretty quick, because these are like designer space age drones. Sort of one by one, Dr. Z first, followed by the two humans, and then eventually Cleo, just sort of start like feeling a little bit loose, a little bit like they're made of something floppy, a little bit like me. I maybe like all their parts can disconnect and stretch out further than ever, and then they realize like the room is just so immensely huge, and their faces are so small, their heads are so tiny, but their arms are so long. And at a certain point you realize that the lights are just a little bit sparklier than they were, and what a good time it is to be somewhere with all your friends. And you look to one side and there's Boris, you look to the other, oh, there's Cleo, like surrounded by friends and surrounded by potential new friends, and you realize you've just moved into mid-space and you don't really know anybody here. The only people you do know are enemies, and you don't want that. So like really the best thing to do would be to just make friends with every single person here, and every single person here probably would be your friend. And so at this point you realize you've got a lot of energy. You've got a whole lot of energy, and you know exactly where it needs to be put.
Cleo, this is some hot shrimp.
Oh, hell, I mean, it ain't. What is shrimp?
Everybody, I want to dance. I think we should dance right now.
Yeah, Boris, what is that?
Boris,
What's that look like?
Boris, I'm going to boogie woogie with you tonight.
Boris, I love your dancing. I don't say it often enough, but you're just a really good dancer.
He is right. Boris is good at dancing, and Trevor,
You're so beautiful.
Trevor, you're such a beautiful man.
If there was a rat crawling up your leg, I'd peel it off.
I would let the rat get what it wants.
Look at Boris. Look at he's all the way up. Oh,
Boris
do those
is
people
doing
like
it.
that?
You're doing it, Boris.
Boris!
You're doing it.
Ow, Boris!
Is this a new kind of dance though, when he's sort of like on the floor and biting at people's legs?
Look out, everybody, it's me, I'm Cleo.
Get out of the way, I'm gonna... Wow!
I'm going to be a chandelier. I'm spinning. I'm spinning. I'm spinning. Running.
I'm gonna pick up Trevor.
Cleo, you're so strong.
Oh, I'm not gonna drop you, Trevor. I'm gonna hold you. Cause you're a hero.
Drop me. I'll do a backflip and I will land. I could do about 7 backflips. I'm honest, I'm completely clear of space. Clear of space.
He's
I could do a
telling the
backflip.
truth. I've seen it faster than a knife fight in a phone booth, if you know what I mean. And here, I'm gonna put you down.
Put him down in the air.
All right, Trevor, backflip out of my hand like a frog.
All right, watch this. It's gonna be a good one. Trevor sort of like, sort of flexing his shoulders around, stretching a little bit, ducking down a little bit, and then, he jumps, sort of leaning backwards. At this point, Boris crawls around behind him, and Trevor just trips over Boris and lands on his back as Boris sort of flattens in front of him. The two of them tangled on the dance floor on the ground.
You both did it. You both did the most impressive backflip I've ever seen.
I wasn't even trying, and I did one.
He just hung there
Boris!
like a diamond.
Wow. Actually, your hair does feel quite interesting.
The Explore the Tropics event is in full swing now at Whole Foods Market. It's a celebration of tropical fruits throughout the store, starting with great deals on fresh, juicy seasonal produce. There's a new melty tropical heat pizza only at Whole Foods Market through March. And that famous mango yuzu chantilly cake is finally back in the bakery department. You'll also find tempting tropical marinated proteins in their meat and seafood departments. Explore the tropics today at Whole Foods Market.
And so it is that the party goes on for a while, with the four of you really sort of cutting loose and having a good time. I feel like any of you could probably somewhere along the lines recognize that you've had some special sauce, but
Perhaps.
it's pretty good stuff. It seems very clean. You've just got a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of love.
Soft
It's just been making
lovings.
everything better.
Soft lovings.
Soft lovers.
That soft loving.
It's all a bit of a blur, you know. By the time hours later you start like getting a bit more lucidity to your thoughts, you can't really remember what really did happen. Like, did Trevor do so many backflips? You know, was there a standing ovation for his backflips, or was that actually just because Randy was making a speech at the other side of the room when you guys were actually sort of off in the kitchen by yourselves, writhing on the floor? It's at a certain point, it's hard to remember exactly what's real and what's something your brain has just kind of
Oh,
told
boy.
you. But Cleo, of all of you, probably has the most sort of accurate memory of the night's proclivities. But after a while, you're all starting to come a bit more right, and you realize that the sun has come up as well, and it's this glare on the windows all the way around, and there's still a lot of people here. But the mood has sort of softened a little bit. The DJ's been playing some softer jams, and there's a lot more people sitting down at sofas and so on. Point of lucidity, where you suddenly all realize, oh, that's right, Kheen brought us here. Where's Kheen been? And Kheen is in the middle of the room, pointing over at you, with Randy once more, trotting over.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there you are! I thought you were having too much of a good time to bother you earlier, but, well, you're all tired out now, I guess.
Oh my god. Well,
Yes,
it's
I'm
still
sorry,
tonight.
Kheen. Could I bother you for like half a 10 top?
Oh, well, I'll see what I can... where are they getting the drinks from, Randy? Oh, there's a bar. There's bars everywhere. So Randy trots over to a sofa, just gives it a little tap in a certain position, and whoosh, out spins a little mini bar.
Oh my.
Oh, thank you very much.
And Kheen mixes up a drink and passes it over to Z. Anyone else while I'm doing it? Oh yeah, yes, Kheen. Yes, Kheen. I'll have the same. Oh. No, I'll have one. I will have one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but don't ever half nothing you give me.
Oh, I love it, Cleo. Oh yes. No, we should make it. It's just a cause for celebration. We're all made our way safely to midspace. You were saying something earlier about a secret hideout. I have to hear more about this. It's very interesting. We've all found a home as well.
Wow, did we say that? Dang.
Yes.
We're wild.
That must have been about a movie we'd been watching recently on the holodecks.
Yep.
Kheen, I'm not sure.
It's not really much of a secret. It's just nobody knows where it is.
For as fuck. Yeah, in the movie they don't.
Yeah,
They don't
Boris,
know.
that's the movie they don't know, but that's the... Don't give away the end.
Yep.
Don't worry, V. I understand. I'm not going to tell anybody the secret location of our secret hideout. They wouldn't be able to find it even if I did anyway, because it's
Boris, just take this drink.
Yes, zip. That's nobody.
Won't
Nothing
you?
is getting out of these lips.
Give me the key
The key?
that you just zipped your lips with.
Yeah.
Hand it over.
Here you go, V. The key to my lips. Zip.
Until I give you this key back, Boris, no more.
Oh. I didn't know that would work. I should have to know that trick more often. So anyway, as I was saying to Randy here, well, you're some capable individuals, aren't you? And Randy's been having a spot of bother with, it's I'm sure it's not much for you to worry about, but, it's the thing with setting up shop in an area run by a gang lord, so to speak. One Princess Zuzu, although who called her a princess, I have no idea. But they do expect some sort of protection money, and Randy and I, we've been sort of saying to one another that, we're going to put a stop to that. We're not going to pay that protection money, and the thing is, they're probably going to send people with guns to our places of work, and I can't be having that.
No, I can imagine that it's probably not a very good move for conducting a business.
I see you completely understand, Z. Well, that's why I suggested to Randy here that, I did know some very, very capable warriors who might be able to step in should things get a little bit messy.
Well, good luck for that. I think we're going to make our way outside and find some fried food. You didn't have much food last night, Randy.
Yeah.
See,
Well, I meant yourselves.
what?
Well, you're very capable, very well armed to the teeth, I somewhat would say.
Thing is, Kheen, we've actually been trying to lay low, especially when it comes to Zuzu and Deets. We've, to say we got off on the wrong foot would be an understatement. Maybe we got off on the wrong feet.
Yeah, I mean,
with that one.
we stole her baby.
Yes.
And we lost it. Kinda.
Yes.
Or we gave it to somebody
It's under different care now, but
They're keeping it.
Well then, I mean, it sounds like there'd be no repairing that relationship.
You might be right.
Well-
You might be right.
but at the same time, you know, our last conversation was very neutral.
Neutral.
Yes, I don't think she holds a grudge at all, actually.
When you say it like
You
that.
can see there's a little glint in her eye that just says, we're gonna be good friends. Oh, sorry, I didn't, the key.
Yeah, the key,
The
but
key, Boris. The key.
Oh God, okay, if you're too chicken to take the job, just say that.
I'm sorry, what? You think I'm scared?
Like, if you're afraid of Princess Zuzu and you don't want to stand up to her like me and Kheen are going to do, then, well, you know, walk on.
You think we is yellow?
Well, no, I think calling yourself out with, what was that you were saying? That, keeping a low profile around her.
Wait, just one moment now. All right, team meeting over here. Boris, get over here. Trevor, come on.
Trevor struts on over. Boris just walks up, holding finger to his lips, like nodding.
No, Boris, you're allowed to
You
talk
can have
when we're
the
doing
key
team
back
meetings.
for
You can have
this.
the key back for this moment,
God.
Boris.
Heck, damn it.
There you go. There's the key.
All right. No, don't put it.
Zip,
Don't do.
You don't need
Okay,
to put it.
Don't put it away. You can have to get
Yes.
it back later.
You need to give it back very quickly.
But I might forget where it is if I don't put it, like, in my pocket somewhere.
Put it in your mouth.
If we forget who's got the key, then this entire thing stops working.
Cleo, Trevor, Boris. I mean,
We're being called yellow. We've been called
Hey.
yellow.
Yeah, I understand that, Cleo, but we do kind of have quite a good thing going on right now. And
What is it?
well, I mean, if Dietz and Zuzu are leaving us be, then we can get on with things, can't we? I mean, if we start a war, we're going to be bogged down in another bloody war.
Well, that's just it, Trevor, the hero. Ain't nobody ever gonna let us be. There ain't no let us be. Somebody gonna be following us into the shit till we are dead. And I ain't gonna die yellow.
Oh, thing is,
I am.
do you think we could actually win? I mean, I would like to help out Kheen because Kheen's very nice. I feel like Zuzu might have some very strong enforcers.
yes.
And just lean over my back and just be like,
Do you have any numbers for Zuzu? You know what we're going up against?
Numbers? Oh, she has whoever she wants, you know? But they will never send more than 2 or 3 round just knocking to get protection money, I'm sure. And, well, at that point you can show them what for.
Now, bastards, I do believe that this is, well, maybe for the first time, a little bit of reason could stop us from biting off too much that we could chew in one bite, as the saying goes.
Yes, exactly like that it goes, I think.
Well,
I mean, I'm all in with Z here. I think we know that we're not chicken. We know that we could probably take on anybody. We took on the Emperor, for heck's sake. But you know, the smarter soldier knows when not to fire as well. I think is another popular phrase.
I see. Well, Boris.
Well, I know Trevor says that we're not scared, but I am a little bit. Just a little bit scared, actually. Because the thing is, I really would like to finish building the battle train. Oh, sorry. Who's got the key again?
You got the key right now, Boris. Go on.
You've
go
got
ahead.
the key,
go
Boris.
ahead.
You're allowed to talk about...
What's the I don't know if I should be saying about our secret plans
Well,
out
not to
loud right
them.
now.
You talk about the
Maybe
train
use a hushed
in
voice,
here.
Boris.
It's all right.
Okay, well, maybe once I've made a really good battled engine, then we could use it to and whatever it is you got to do, maybe we could use it. Use the engine. And maybe that would be good.
I see. You want to build the train.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, we don't know where those tracks go. Maybe it goes straight to the heart of Zuzu's fortress. I mean, wouldn't that be convenient?
Trevor, you are very, very optimistic today. I like that.
It wasn't supposed to sound okay, whatever, yes.
Well, fine. But know this. If you think that they ain't gonna find us, that they ain't gonna come sending their money people to our door, just like Kheen, if you think that we are going to be friends. Well, I think you will find that you are wrong. Just like how that wasn't sauce.
No, we're definitely not going
This
to pay
ain't safe.
protection money to any Princess Zuzus. No. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. We've got to focus our energies in the right direction. If we've got to protect ourselves, that's one thing. But I mean, do we really want to be protecting Randolph here?
He did give us sauce.
Heck.
I really like that the amount of sort of like weird like class commentary and stuff that we've got out of this. Especially like, with the fancy chef like doing his take on fried tentacles. Like, that ain't fried tentacle.
Yeah. I can see what they're trying to do, but they're not doing
That
it.
ain't tentacle. It ain't even about Randall and his sauce. It's weird. What the hell? That was some sauce, though, right?
It was very strange.
I mean, the sauce was pretty
I don't know
good.
what that
Well,
that sauce.
the final bit of sauce was all right.
I don't know what
yes,
that
but
was, but really just. Did we stay here the whole time? Did we?
Oh, gosh. That was,
yes, I'm not too
we were
sure.
in the alley for a little bit, weren't we?
Yes. I think we won some type of dance celebration that was world renowned because I think everyone enjoyed our performance. At some point we...
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you have that memory.
Yes, I can't imagine if I planted that myself or if it
Yeah.
happened. It's,
Well, it happened for you.
Actually, I've got a really distinct memory now of like the two of you. Oh, Z, no, this is a false memory that you've made. You must have implanted it in the entire party.
yes, well, however it got there, it's nice that we all have it to share it and think back on now.
You and Cleo have never done that. So look, you're holding her up
Yes, well,
in the air. I see it in my mind's eye. There's no way that really happened.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, it did.
yes,
Well, you know what? What matters is that, we're all feeling good about it.
So where did we land on the helping those two out?
Like looking over, Randy and Kheen both watching, like not eavesdropping, but intently every now and then, especially when you look in their direction, looking over expectantly, hoping that you're going to come and offer some magical solution to their problem.
I don't want to offend Randy, in case I ever want to eat sauce again.
yes.
So, I mean, why don't we just say we gotta finish building our, weapon, and then maybe.
Yes, that's a secret
Yeah, but
weapon.
Boris,
Boris, you don't need to say
it.
that's a secret weapon every time. You've got the key now.
Yeah, but don't tell him that it's a train.
No, because that's the secret
Yeah.
part.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because otherwise, they might just put all their operations far away from where the tracks go, and then that would be a real problem for the battle train.
yeah,
Boris, give me the key.
There you go, see.
right. But yeah, that's a good reason why you shouldn't say it ever again to anybody else.
So how are we managing this then? We just say yes, but
Nah,
hold
don't-
tight. You need
well,
to.
don't
You're gonna have to
say
pay for a little
yes,
while.
Just be like,
We'll call you.
yeah, we gotta build something, and then
Yes.
heck damn it, maybe we're gonna be all right if we make it.
Slowly stand up. It's like, oh,
See,
crack my back.
go on.
The jelly.
Kheen and Randy suddenly pretending that they weren't their weight and back to like small talk and then sort of looking up as you step up. Have you come to a decision, my friends?
Yes. Well, see, the thing is, we've got a bit of construction work happening in our area that we need to see through to completion, and at the moment we're incredibly busy with the construction of,
Yeah.
the construction, the construction.
Yes, it's not a secret.
Boris, I have the key. Boris,
key.
just the key, Boris.
God.
See, so what are we thinking about with the timeline? I mean, they are expecting payment this week.
They're coming. Wait, how many days?
Well, 3 days, I
Oh my
think.
god, that's not a week.
Kheen, we like you. We like you a lot, Kheen. Randy, there's a lot to be,
Discovered.
well, so Kheen, we just need a few days before we can,
And he's like, well, you have 3 days.
I would say pay this one. And let's just see how our time... We're still all very new to mid-space. We don't know how exactly all of this stuff works.
See, I did tell you that, Randy. Like, I mean, she does control most of the station. Like, if we really wanted some sort of alliance to take her down, we'd need to look to the dark side and their ruler over there. So, yes, I think you're exactly right, Dr. Z. We should bide our time. We'll make them think that we're law-abiding, tax-paying citizens and, well, get them when the time is right.
Now, what was that you just said about someone of the leader of the dark side?
Oh, yeah, really boring. There's something they call the leader or the great leader or our greatest leader, something like that. Oh my god. Anyway, down there, yeah, it's a whole different world. But yeah, glorious leader. They've got no love for Zuzu. I'll tell you that much.
Is there many people that have love for Zuzu and Deets on this station anymore?
I think most people don't worry too much about it. They pay their taxes and they get on with it.
So why aren't you?
Well, I am. I have been involved for years, but, at a certain point in time, a man's got to stand on his own two legs.
So why are you trying to stand on our legs?
Well, I'm not much of a fighter, and, there's many other ways I can be useful.
Which is?
Paying for you to do it.
Right.
Well, I mean, I like where you're going with that. I like that idea.
What's another week of paying greedy old Zuzu? That's fine. Just one thing though, if you end up speaking to her or Deets, no mention of my waiters, all right? I've got enough bloody trouble with Wraith monarchs having problems with her.
I don't even remember that, to be honest.
Yes, I must say, my biggest concern so far, Randy, has been, well, the catering.
Yeah, I'm sorry about it, but he is right.
We must have you over to our pads at some point for a party, and then you'll see how a proper party is done.
Oh, well, I'm always up for a party.
Yeah, well.
Yes, well, we're gonna have to clean up a little bit first.
Yeah, we
because,
gotta go.
We don't have
No, don't clean on my account. I want to see all the dirt.
You really have no idea what you are talking about.
No, she might have a point there. You might want them to clean a little bit.
Now, you said that, you might know this, leader of the dark side, or whatever.
Yes, sounds very ominous.
Yeah, y'all friends?
Well, I mean, I haven't met the glorious leader, whoever they are, but I do get some of my wares from down there, and one of them comes up and meets. I can give you their number. If that's what you want.
Yes, let's organise a little meeting with this glorious leader.
Oh, right then. This is getting much bigger than I was originally. Look, okay, there's the number. It's some sort of burner phone. I mean, I don't think you'll get much out of that, but if you contact them, they always come and bring me my stuff.
I call the number immediately.
I dial it right now.
Wow.
Bring.
So that it rings for a while.
Hot.
And then eventually it's like,
Where'd you get this number?
Right, yes, I've just been handed this number.
What do you want?
Well, who is it that I'm speaking to? I would like to get through to the management systems for the glorious leader.
The one true leader.
Yes, well, some type of leader. It would be nice to talk to a leader of...
Well, there is only one true leader.
Right, well, and that is exactly what I said.
And they are the one true leader.
Dang, alright, that one.
Yes, alright, you should know you're on speakerphone.
there's like a clicking sound and the line hangs up.
Oh,
Okay, well,
call it back and give the phone to Boris. Oh no! Or give the phone to Cleo.
Sorry. The phone sort of it rings for a much longer time this time, but it is picked up again. It's like,
What?
alright, this time it's quiet.
What do you want?
We want to meet the boss.
The one true leader doesn't just meet anyone. Are you on his base?
Yeah, tell him it's the Ghost Axe.
What does this pertain to?
The end.
The end of what?
Heck, taxes.
All right. Meet me at this location.
Wait, are we just helping some libertarians now get rid of taxes? We're like fighting big government or small government, or are we fighting like gangs? Or I don't know what we're doing anymore. This episode is so...
I don't know. We're just gonna go and see.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go and see. Yeah.
It does kind of feel like this is the sort of thing where you don't really just go see.
Yeah.
I'm setting coordinates now.
All right.
Don't bring any large craft. We want to be able to estimate your numbers.
Well, heck, there's not that many of us.
Good.
All right.
Bah.
It's like, for the listener, that's how every phone call with Taylor and I ends. Bah.
Kheen and Randy are both looking very worried, looking over you and
Same.
like, what have we just started here? And so eventually Kheen's like, well, do give them our regards. I will just, keep my head down and run the business. I trust it's all in good hands now.
Kheen, they know you?
I have no idea who's down there.
Well, then why would we be giving them your regards, Kheen?
I don't know, but just...
It seems like that would just start a whole other line of questioning.
Okay, well, just don't bring me up at all. That's probably a better idea.
All right, what about you, Randy?
Oh, I mean, you don't need to say that you got the number from me. That's, it's a whole different thing, isn't it? I'm buying merchandise. You're starting a revolution. It's a whole different thing. It just confused the waters if you really brought me into it at all.
The whole reason we're here is... Oh, I don't understand you two. First you ask us to go and get you something, and then now you don't want to be involved at all?
Just see how it goes, We can use all the hands we can get, but, we do want to be a little bit... Think twice about whose hands those really are.
Well, heck, you could have said that before we dialed the number.
Yes.
I didn't think you were going to call them right away and arrange a meeting.
Well, so you thought we was going to dial them at home? Well, that ain't no better, if you think about it.
Now, I hate to be that jelly, but this does count as an errand. So we are going to need to run the numbers. Cleo, let's... Boris, Trevor, it's four of us out on duty. We're going to be out in, hostile territory.
Hazard pay.
And hazard pay, we're going to need that. It's off-duty hours.
It's a weekend.
I mean, this may not be a weekend for everyone. It is a weekend for us.
I have been drinking, so we're going to need to... I'm going to have to fly slowly. It's going to take a bit longer. We probably have to charge the
Time
extra
and a
hours.
half, 80%.
Time and a half.
Plus, we've got to get all the way back to the entrance to our secret lair before we can even get our ship.
Which is the best key. It's the best second part of the movie that we were talking about earlier. I'm sure you'll understand we must return the hired rental. Well, yeah, so that comes to, Cleo, what number is that?
Well, hold on now. Let me get my... my eyes just ain't what they used to be, I mean, I'm like a beaver in a plastic bag, but now... I mean, it does look like it's about... 482.
Yes.
Kheen, you carrying cash, right? Hey, don't look at me. You're the one who said you were going to pay them. These are my friends. I'm just here for the party. Have you got change for 500?
Well, I mean, we could just... Well, you know what? I did actually have to recharge the,
Just take the credits.
Yes.
And Randy whips open his jacket and pulls out a wad of credits, all wrapped up in an elastic band. So it's like and plonks them into Cleo's outstretched paw.
We shall give you a call as soon as we're finished with the task.
I'm kidding. If you're meeting with them, just don't bring them around this way, okay?
I mean, I don't think we are going to remember how to get back here.
All right, then.
Quite
We
easy.
better roll out. Time for, Wait, actually, by the way, could you call us a cab? That's,
Oh, I've got this one, Randy. You've spent enough money tonight.
Oh my god.
You go inside and you say hi to all your friends. I'll get one of the same for you. And thank you very much for entertaining this idea. I know Randy is a little bit out of touch with the ways of the world, like you and I. But the way Zuzu's been running things around here, it can't go on. It can't. Just simply can't. I can't be paying money to some sort of gangster. No.
well, I must say, I'm not sure that someone going around proclaiming themselves as the glorious leader is going to be much better than any other crime syndicate. We're trying to do this new thing, Kheen, of laying low. Now this is...
Oh, the Magnificent Kheen has never been known to lay low. No, he stands tall. He stands high on a staircase if needed. But I do see what you mean, and
I will not rock the boat until we have a solid plan in place.
And also, next time you invite us to a party, and it was a glorious party, make sure they hire a good chef.
Oh, yes, well, perhaps the next one will be one of mine. You'll find it be catered much differently.
Yeah, well, we'll forward you the details of somebody.
Yeah, it's actually someone from Prospect Town. You should know them.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, well, I do know all the finest eateries.
Well, I mean, have you ever met Stu?
Sorry?
That's what I thought.
Yes.
It's very elite.
Oh, well,
It's
I'm
very
gonna-
elite.
I will have to look them up when I'm... Well, I suppose I can't be going
No,
back.
you can't just look up Stu.
Oh, gosh. It's just now dawning upon me that I cannot go back home, can I?
No, well, you know
Oh,
what?
well.
Home is wherever your friends is.
That it is. I'm glad to have friends in all of you. Well then, off to your meeting. Just don't get yourselves shot or otherwise dismembered.
That's what these outfits is for, right, Kheen?
Oh, precisely. And any further troubles with them, if you need a little recoat on the paint, you know where to take them. I trust that you'll be the souls of discretion, however, and shan't be requiring any huge repair jobs anytime soon. Just be very careful down there.
We can only hope.
I haven't heard much about the dark side, but everything I have heard hasn't been very nice.
Well, we've heard plenty about Zuzu and Deets, and that's also not very nice.
Yes, but you're right. Might as well find out the full picture before we go jumping into anyone's beds.
Yes, I sleep standing up, so,
He really do. That is not an alliteration or hyperbole.
No, it's really creepy.
You have no idea.
You don't think it's creepy when I'm in your cupboard, Trevor, so,
He's joking, right?
I am joking, Trevor. Not.
He ain't. He has been in there like 18 times.
What?
Trevor, we have a job to do. Let's get in this taxi.
I don't even want to think about that. Let's get in the taxi, all right?
He's been under your bed too, Trevor, and
Yes.
one time we even hid him in like a jacket that was on the floor. You never even picked that up. That's disgusting. That's terrible. You need to clean your room.
What is this? Why you... Boris, you know about this?
Don't worry about it now, Trevor. It's all been done. It's already happened. We'll just move on to the next day.
Sorry, Trevor. I was going to tell you about the Hide the Z game, but I had the keys to my lips.
Hide the Z game.
So the four of you get back into the taxi, takes you back over to where you stashed Reese. You're all coming down a little bit from the source. You're all like a little bit sort of tired out. You're all a little bit like, why are we meeting right now? But there's nothing to be done for it, you know? Like, the person on this other end of this line seemed pretty cagey. Like, if you don't meet them now, you might not be able to use the number in the future. So, yeah, the general consensus is you're just going to have to have a glass of water and just find your way there.
We got this.
And so, rubbing his eyes and like, stretching Trevor that fires up the Grey Dragon. And looking at the coordinates that you've been sent, you can see that it is way up the lines of the cliff, but it is down in the very outskirts of the Night City. And so, Trevor takes you around, flying slow, flying without his usual aplomb. He's a bit hungover. He's coming down off whatever it was that you guys were taking. Brings it down really slowly and sort of like, see up there? And pointing up to one of the skyscrapers, because you're coming down to the Night City where it is just these big glassy skyscrapers, but all not lit up. Aside from sort of like the musty sort of like glow of fires in some of the windows. Coming down the cliffside down to the lower city, it is all quite dark. But Trevor is pointing up at a window, and you can see from that window there's just like a single little like dot, little red laser sighting dot. Definitely watching us.
Right. Well, just, fly casual. We'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I might stand behind you, Z. You've still got those shields fired up.
Well, Reese, can we not engage shields?
Shields are fully activated. I think Trevor was talking about when you disembark from the ship.
Ah, yes. Well, yeah, I will hide behind you, Trevor. That is a good plan.
Heck,
You've got the shield, Z.
Yeah, well,
And the armor.
we don't want to
But
waste
why am I
it.
even... Maybe I should just keep the engines running and stay on the ship.
But we like having you around, Trevor.
Yes, Trevor, after last night's bonding experience, I think, just...
I feel different.
Trevor sort of like blushing and like looking over it at looking over at Boris, who's like, oh god, I told this greasy bastard that I loved him multiple times. Like, I do like you all very much as well. Okay, I will stay on, but I appreciate that I would be enjoyed outside the ship as well.
Well, look, Trevor, I think it's also important that Boris enjoys your company as well. I wouldn't want you to be lonely on the ship.
Yep.
Of course. Yes, Trevor.
Yes, Boris, in fact, you should take the front spot. You should be sitting right next to each other so you can both look out and keep and watch.
It's a good point. I can't see anything from my usual seat. Careful, Boris. You're still really sticky.
And you can see, as you're sort of walking out the ship, like Boris has got an arm around Trevor, who's sort of shrinking away, and it's like, oh,
Oh my god.
I'm way too tired for this crap.
Boris on a hangover. Maybe not.
So Trevor brings the ship down, landing it, and you can see like there's that one little red light up in one of the windows, but sort of looking on the other side, you see another red light as well. These tiny little laser sights looking down on you as though there's binoculars or sniper rifle or something up in those towers. But as you land the ship, just like a small square, there's like tall buildings all around you, and this is your first time actually down at ground level in the Night City. When you get down there, you can sort of see like there is like this flickering red light down all the corridors. Like there's light down here, but there's just not a lot of it. And as you land, like a whole bunch of small rodent-like creatures just scatter. At least you hope they're rodent-like creatures. They might actually be really large bugs.
Oh.
Reese,
Yes, Doctor.
I hope you can keep these two safe. We shouldn't be too long.
Never fear, Doctor. These two will be completely safe.
Well,
Cleo,
see?
have you got your snack pocket locked and loaded?
I barely had anything to eat, and there wasn't even really anything. Let me just check. And I'm gonna open it. I still got a couple of those chips.
Reese, we're gonna need 2 breakfast burritos and, yes, and then we'll be on our way.
And so it's several minutes later when you stride out, the two of you, out of the Grey Dragon, down the ramp, each holding a mammoth breakfast burrito.
Yes! I just want a
Loaded
Same.
loaded with greasy, greasy protein.
Like a grapes, but a burrito.
Of a sort of a manufactured description. Some nice spicy
fucking
sauces
grapes.
and
Oh, fuck a Greg right now.
I will fuck a Greg right now. Yes. Tongue it out.
And as you step down, like the light from the inside of your ship illuminating the square a little bit, as you step down, you see some humanoid figures stepping out of the shadows between two of the buildings as well, walking towards you. And as you get a little bit closer, they get a little bit closer, until eventually they step into the light and you see a small contingent, 4 of them in fact, all humans and all wearing these very like double-breasted military jackets, these bright yellow berets, and all carrying great big energy rifles.
Fuck.
With other weaponry sort of like just lashed to their sides as they come out, walking almost like a march, but not quite. Just there's a military precision to the way they're walking. But they stop at a distance, and you can sort of make out that there's 3 women and 1 man. The man with a very big, bushy moustache. 2 of the women looking sort of younger. There's 1 older woman who's very tall, completely shorn head underneath her beret, as far as you can tell. And she seems to be leading the group as they come in and stop.
Right, so I imagine this is the welcome party. I must say, the pose you're striking now could use some work.
We're not here to pose.
Right, well, what are you here to do then? Because, that's quite an overlooking of, maybe an essential part of this negotiation.
We moved down here to escape Zuzu, and the one true leader has guided us with his divine knowledge. We've been seeking for many years to find a way to end her reign. You seek this also?
Oh, we more so have some friends who don't like paying the taxes.
Oh my god, we have really fucked up.
What do you mean?
They're religious fanatics.
I know. We're not going to like either of these. I think Dick's giving us two fucking hard places
These
that
are
we're
two
going to fucking
yucks
break.
right here. Two yucks.
We're two yucks,
We
exactly.
just traded one yuck for
another
for a
yuck. We've
different
traded
yuck.
a capitalist yuck for a religious yuck.
And first of all, they can afford uniforms. And they're double-breasted, so they are not that far away from the capitalist fucks. And then
Yeah.
they've got a matching situation, which extremely cute.
Our shit is hidden if Boris keeps the key safe. So,
Well,
we can enjoy this conversation and like go home, hopefully.
oh my god. Okay. All right.
You come from up above, yes?
What?
That would be... Yes, that's not correct, but,
I mean, we came from
up
back
above.
that way.
Yes, more like horizontal. Horizontal.
Been a lot of trouble from above tonight.
What? From where?
Surely even you have heard about the explosion.
Oh.
Oh, yes,
Was that y'all?
Yes, was that someone in your group?
Did y'all do that?
It came from above. It fell down, but the one true leader had seen it before. He told us so much. He knew it was coming. He simply couldn't reveal it to us until after.
Okay. Well, y'all mad about that?
So I imagine everyone is safe then, if you already knew about it.
Only 2 were killed.
Oh, okay.
A necessary sacrifice, so says the one true leader.
Right.
Okay, well, was that y'all's, thing that got blown up?
We knew nothing about it, aside from the leader, of
Okay.
course. He says it was our enemies spying upon us.
Zoltan.
And he brought it down with his great powers.
Zoltan.
Oh, so.
Another blow struck against our enemies in the name of the one true leader. One true leader.
So that big bang was good for y'all.
Yes,
I see.
think.
Well, congratulations.
you'd have to ask the leader.
Now, where is this leader? We have, traveled not far.
We can take you to him, but only if you can prove your worth.
And what type of test must this be?
Oh, okay, one moment.
She turns around. She's like looking back to her compatriots, like whispering to one another and gesticulating a little bit. And then she turns back around. She's like,
There is only one test that the one true leader will be happy with, and it is his own test.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
The one true leader knows what will happen. The one true leader already knows you are coming.
It doesn't really sound like we got to do a test then.
As the one true leader did not tell us not to bring you back, then he knew that we would. That's how it works, right? Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you got it.
Very well. You must follow us. On foot. We will bring you to the one true leader.
Well, we passed.
But your weapons.
What about them?
You must surrender your weapons.
Well, how are we going to protect them?
Oh, I just rolled a natural 20 telepathy.
oh, you got to tell me all about this telepathy roll.
Oh.
We don't need to surrender anything. In fact, as a great sign of your devotion to your one true leader, you must surrender your weapons.
And like the 4 of them sort of like stop. Like,
In fact, it is insulting to take your weapons the one true leader knew would be arriving.
Oh.
You will take our weapons instead, as a sign of our faith in his power.
Yes.
and all 4 of them hand over their rifles. Removing, they seem to have these little energy sickles at their waist, which they also unravel and hand over to you.
Oh,
And then giving a consecutive nod, walking off into the darkness, leading you towards one of the eerily glowing red lights and the one true leader.
Well, Cleo, that seemed to be a bit easier than normal.
Yeah, well. Boy, I really don't know about this, but we in it.
We in it.
We in it.
But we made it. We
Oh,
made it
we
through
made it.
a dangerous and difficult party.
yes.
And by party, I mean literally a party.
It was a very good party.
I needed that.
And all that's really left to do is to pat ourselves on the back for another recording session well done. And thank you, the listener, for coming with us on this journey.
Oh, it's been
And,
so good.
It's been so good to go to a party. We're gonna go to a party right now.
Gonna go to a party.
And coming back next episode to
Not a party.
learn a little bit more about this one true
Yeah, a
leader.
little bit of I don't like these theologians. Is it theologians?
Theologians?
Zealots.
Theocrats.
The zealots.
These zealots.
Space
Yeah,
zealots.
but
Cultists?
these cultists, but
I'm getting some
hey,
big
we
Amar
need to
vibes.
fill out the index at the end of the book.
Oh yeah, there needs to be some like different kind, because we've only been dealing with like sort of merchants,
Godless
and,
people.
and
Yes,
And,
the godless.
and criminals and stuff mainly, haven't we? Like,
Yes.
Maybe we are feeling a little bit yellow.
which I think is your guys' scene. Really, you guys are the sort of the underbelly of the urban environment.
Well,
Yeah, well.
a leopard can change into a tiger.
Well,
I heard that's
pork belly
true,
is the finest cut.
And well, there is, of course,
I guess.
one other little group of people that we would like to thank for keeping us on the
Yes.
airwaves. It is our patrons.
Oh,
It
thank you
is.
so much.
You too could become a patron. Go to
It's true.
backwaterbastards.com and click your way over to our Patreon. And if you've got a
It's
few
also in the
credits
show notes.
just sort of like clinking around in your pocket, if you're like Randy and you've just got money
Yeah.
to burn,
If you're a lord.
why don't you burn it in our direction? Why not?
Mm.
Speaking of Randy,
Randy.
of course, Randy is named after our patron Randy, who has been on the Everything tier for 3 months or something like. And obviously, that's the thing. Like, of course, in the past, we've named Garcia Station after Fernando Garcia. Trevor, one of the Clan Zahag, who's ended up being a mainstay
Yeah.
in the roster.
He's there for us to dunk on every now and then, much like much like
the real
Trevor in
Trevor.
our Discord. We love you, Trevor, but we got to dunk on you.
It's because he's so
We
strong.
had Eric Rhodes,
Yeah.
who is still out there and is like kind
A
of a
wild
superhero.
Eric
That's
I
another
think.
thing that
Eric
is going to
Rhodes.
come back to bite us one day.
We do have to bring Eric Rhodes back
We
at
do.
some point.
Mhm.
And now we have Randy, who I apologize, Randy. I did make you like a sort of a very camp
The Candy
Posh
Man.
dickhead.
Randy the Candy Boy.
wraith.
Yes.
But I mean, I feel like Randy ain't going anywhere. Randy's a fun character.
every
Not if I can
Party
help it.
scene needs a supplier, and Randy, you are the supplier.
Randy is kind of in real life like a supplier of sorts of
Yeah.
wisdom and love.
Yes. Soft lovings.
But yes, you too could be among this illustrious number. Or, I mean, at the very least, you could get your name sung at the end of the episode, like I'm
Oh
about
my
to
God.
do.
Because you're about to do a
here
little cheeky
comes
A
song?
little cheeky
our
song? It's
patron
cheeky song
list.
o'clock?
A cheeky song o'clock. Oh, okay. I need to get myself into like a sort of a
All right,
certain
yes,
groove.
meditation.
Get into the groove.
Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. We got Cheaper by the Dungeon, Lucas Duff, Marcus Brackelman, and the Yabel Queen, Nicola Randy, Wybus 999, Trevor Ben Tooth and Doff. Shima, Jimmy Pale, Maxim, Bodie Waco, Isaac, Tobias the Beard, Jason, and Claude Everproud, Jolie, Chris Morris Chan, Jasper the Bard, Calithia, Chris Beerman, and don't forget there's that new one, Aiden. Hey!
Whoa.
Welcome, Aiden.
Welcome, and wow, Dickie, that was
Welcome.
And shout out to Coalithia. I'm probably killing that because they donated a few sayings in the last episode for Cleo that
Oh, did they make it to this episode?
they were in the last one. I forgot
They're in the
to
last
shout out,
episode.
but they
Oh, credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
they sent me a couple sayings that I have never said before, I think. So they were new. So
That's incredible.
that was donated Cleoisms, people.
donated
So that's the thing you
That's
can
the
do.
thing.
Like, you don't even have to be a patron to donate Cleos.
Yeah, because at
Cleoisms.
this point
Yeah.
we've been doing this for a couple years, and I'm gonna probably need some. So
You got some good ones, yeah, but send them our
you know,
way.
if you got a
Come
Cleoism,
join us in the Discord.
Thanks so much for making it on this adventure with us. And also, Spotify just recently brought out a rating system.
They
So
did.
you can now give us 5 stars on Spotify. It's only on cell phone apps,
Mhm.
but you can give your favorite bastards a 5-star rating. And the best thing about doing it now is that
We're in at the ground floor.
all podcasts, the biggest ones and the smallest ones, are all starting from 0 right now with Spotify's rating system. So it's a real good opportunity for us to catch up to some of them big fish. So please, if you
know the ones we're talking about.
yes, give us those 5 stars so we can catch them sharks
and it's easy.
and swim along with them. That would be really great. Thank you very much.
We just sort of like suck onto their tails and sort of like, oh.
But hey, what if you're not a Spotify listener? That's okay too.
Yes.
Because there's other places you can rate us.
Yeah, we're everywhere. Everywhere good iTunes are found. I mean, you know where you listen to us, you cheeky bastards. You're listening right now.
Wherever you do it, give us that rating.
Yeah.
Oh my days, it helps us climb those charts, and those charts mean that we can find more listeners. And you may be listening thinking, damn, this is such a professional, outputted project. But it's really just us three.
Outputted.
And outputted project.
I don't know
kind
if
of,
that's...
kind of dropped the
Outputted
ball
project.
there. I'm sorry. But,
Well, yeah.
but yeah.
But yeah, we write this thing, we record this thing, Dan edits this thing, Taylor promotes this thing, we put this thing out.
Yes.
And
We
you're now
pay for
listening
this
to it.
thing.
And that's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We pay for this thing.
So, so it's just us three. We're not a big show, but we would love to be one day. And with your help, that can happen. So, thank you very much.
And come back next time. Same bastard time, same bastard channel, same bastards.
Yeah, bastard.
And have a grand old time wherever you are. I
Yes.
hope you just take a moment for yourself and
Yes.
be
Have
happy.
some chips.
Boop your cat on the nose. Give your dog a tickle in the ears.
I thought you said ass.
Give your goldfish a kiss
I
from
thought
me.
you said tickle your dog on the ass, and I was like, we're done.
Nope, I would not suggest
Don't
that, Taylor.
do that.
Don't do
That
that.
is
That's-
animal abuse. Even if the dog says he likes it.
Yeah. And if they do, well, you should get that Pokemon checked out.
Get that dog another dog.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we got to wrap this up before we say anything really
sorry.
horrible. So,
Bye.
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 Get that dog another dog. Oh boy. No.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.